Hello viewers, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. It's time, let's kill some Siren, let's get some whatever. Yeah, I think that this is the party we're going to take. I am including 2 level 1s in the party, and I'll tell you why. We're getting rapidly to the point, basically once we kill the sodden crew, we're going to be at a point where we don't really want to bother running greens anymore. We want to have all of the heroes that we intend to take to the Darkest Dungeon already into the yellow tier, and that means that Hendry and Face B have to get they have to get up there. They have to get up there like relatively quickly. I think basically we're not going to run any more non-boss greens unless we lose somebody and we have to push them up. But even then we may not if I can just get the resources necessary to upgrade the stagecoach. And I want to have a leper on staff, and I want to have a houndmaster. Honestly, I'd like to have a couple of houndmasters, but that's not really the way things are shaken out. Anyway, this is what we're doing. Let's go kill a Siren. Plus, you know, a focus ring is a nice trinket. In particular, a focus ring is a nice trinket for a leper. Although, obviously, I'd prefer to have a sun ring, because I would always prefer to have a sun ring. Actually, yeah, you know what? I was thinking briefly about moving the sun ring over onto him, but he's just gonna... His speed is all bombed out. He's just gonna go last, but hit like a truck every turn. I've tried to keep the speed on everybody else up. What do we bring into the cove? The cove we bring lots of medicinal herbs. We can bring a little bit of holy water, I guess. This is a green cove mission, so we don't need to bring bandages. We won't be encountering any of the Uka crab guys. Yeah, this'll do.
My lofty position wasn't always accompanied by the fear of office. And there was a time when I could walk the streets or raise a glass in the tavern without concern for molestation. Fateful as the tide, one precocious village waif made it her hobby to shadow my every errand. It was charming then, troublesome later.
Indeed.
I always wondered what became of the unfortunate little waif.
Alright, I don't know why the camera zoomed in so far there. Here's our Siren. Let's head out. Oh, you know what? I just realized I forgot to equip the scouting book. Sadly, the map does not reveal secret rooms. Oh. I'm looking down here and I'm like, left is forward. You don't say. I've lost 4 people so far. The thing is, if I... In a lot of cases, what I would do is go fight the boss and come back and fight the Shambler. But, in this case, that's not really an option. Because the boss is so far, far away, it would be really inconvenient to have to go all the way to the other end of the dungeon, then come back here, and that whole time keep an inventory space open for torches, because I have to bring a torch back. But can I really afford to fight the Shambler and then go through more dungeon? No, I can't. We'll see if it's feasible to fight the Shambler. If not, we just won't. But we're not going to do it right now. Okay. I do want to fight it, though. It's a green Shambler, which means it's, you know, the easiest chance we're ever going to get at finally getting a map. These guys are a lot less scary in green dungeons than they are in blue, or yellows. Because obviously in yellow dungeons, spearfishing is a real pain in the ass.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
That's why I want a leper around, by the way. That right there. In fact, the dude just hits for, 19 or 20 whenever he feels like it. Aw. Yeah, I want to do it that way because the leper can totally handle this part. Yeah, 27, whatever. Again, he's level 1. I'd like to stress that he doesn't even have properly upgraded gear because he's not high enough level. Lepers just do really great damage, and it's not really that much effort to compensate for their low accuracy. A sun ring does a fine job, and you already want to be using a sun ring all the time because it's the best trinket in the game, so it's just extra best on these guys. I want to leave the door open for some lucky crit abyssal artillery. Just take out the back couple. Although I was not expecting them necessarily to both get to attack first. They're doing a terrible job, though. Alright, let's see here. Oh, he did minimum damage on the injured one. That's a shame. This is not even close to doing enough damage. We'll just... Oh, a dodge. How unfortunate. Everybody's having a lot of trouble hitting each other in this room. It must be very dark.
Brought low and driven into the mud.
We'll leave it for now.
Another mariner, another misfortune.
Are you trying to get drunk off of water just sitting in a pool? Oh, that sucks. To pick up the worries early in a dungeon. I think it's a little silly that the alcoholic quirk can make you want to drink water that you found in a dungeon. He's got to know that's not alcohol. How could it possibly be alcohol?
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
I mean, I guess hit one of these.
And power.
Yeah, that'll do. I'm starting to think Face B is maybe not real smart, you know?
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
I'll tell you what he is, though. Impossible to hit for some reason. Sadly, I equipped our Houndmaster for maximum damage and did not give him any bonus stun chance. That may have been a bad call.
Eradicated.
Yeah, sure, 25. That seems like a reasonable amount of damage to do that thing.
But a victory nonetheless.
You know, I never really thought about it before, but I guess it's pretty dangerous to use a dog treat during the Siren fight, isn't it? Alright, we'll stop torching for a bit here. See about making camp soon. In a few rooms, of course. I guess it would be best to camp like right before the boss, but I'm so unconcerned about fighting the Siren. I guess if she steals the leper and the leper crits somebody, it could be a really big problem. You guys just ate. What did we pack? Chinese food?
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be
Lazy,
carried on.
lazy 90s comedy stereotypes ahoy. Do I want to push on, or do I just want to camp here? I'm trying hard to keep my light level reasonable, but still save a torch for activating the Shambler. We're going to push forward one more haul. Ooh. Who wants to lose a quirk? I think it's him. Yep, it's going to be Hendry. Hendry. Lose a quirk. Fear of Eldritch. Okay. Fear of Eldritch is not the end of the world, generally speaking, but it's pretty bad in the Darkest Dungeon. So I'm glad to be rid of it. I was hoping we wouldn't get surprised. Alright, well this one won't it won't take too many moves to correct. The Arbalest jumps back 2, and then the Leper moves up 1, and that fixes everything. Do I even need the Leper to move up? His Brawler's Gauntlets, his Brawler's Gloves aren't active in this position, but I think it might be better just to have him start swinging. Ooh, almost minimum damage. A shame.
Destroyed.
Oh, it looks like we might be getting reshuffled. Oh, why would you resist that? What's wrong with you? Oh, 6 damage. Come on, guy. Alright. Got there.
Slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
And actually minimum damage. Face B, come on, man. You gotta step it up.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade
Wow.
the sharpened blade.
That's weird. Alright, let's figure this out. You should go here. We threw away the bandages already. Of course. I suppose you guys can just drink these. And then, is it actually worth discarding anything for Jade at this point? I'm going to say no. Ooh. This is not a good trinket. I didn't say ooh because it's a good trinket, but a blue trinket's worth quite a bit of money. So, that being the case, I don't have any idea whether I need a shovel or not. I guess I could drop these. We really have not found very many things to use them on, unfortunately. Yeah, let's do that. We're definitely not leaving the blue trinket behind. We should be fine to camp here.
Huddled together. Furtive and vulnerable.
We don't even have to...
Rats in a maze.
We don't even have to do a big eat. I forgot to buy camp skills again. I always do that. In that case, we don't actually have a lot of good buffs to apply. This will be good. That'll lower incoming stress for the poor warrior. And then we have 5 time units left and not really that much to do with them. You have 2 stress, you have 12, you have 14. Yeah, there's not, we don't have any like cool buffs to apply or anything. I really should have looked up looked at our camp skills before I came in here. Geez, I don't know. I guess take the Houndmaster and the Leper up a little bit. It really didn't. It didn't do much, but nothing else we had would have done much either.
The match is
All right,
struck.
let's push on to the boss.
If only treasure could staunch the flow
Otherworldly corruption.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of blood just like straight out of your bodies all over the place. Why are you guys still bleeding? Is what he should have said. Alright. Well, I'm glad I didn't toss the shovel. I'm not glad that I tossed the medicinal herbs. And, you know, I'm not terribly excited to see these guys either. Yeah, let's just go for the stun. Alright, 28. That's a little bit more like what I was expecting to see. Okay. Only one actually hit. We should be able to make it out of this without getting attacked again.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
We do not actually need that shovel. Alright, this fight I'm a little happier with. There's a pretty low chance of anything going wrong here. And finally, we totally crush one of these maggots. Wow, even with all his buffs, still there's a chance of only doing 3 damage. Take it easy with the fluids. Why are so many monsters in the Darkest Dungeon so eager to just shoot fluids everywhere? Creeping cough is not fun. It replaced the worries, but honestly I would rather him have the worries. Decimated. Pretty good. And now, your comeuppance. How dare you repeatedly vomit on me, or whatever it is you were doing.
This is a slow and insidious killer.
How dare you spray your brine all over me? I believe it is, Chatwood. Why don't you check? Oh good, a map. Alright. Let's take on this boss. Green level Siren is probably the easiest boss in the game.
She is their queen and their slave.
You're not the boss of me. Oh, you'll live. Eldritch abomination, taste my knife. And then she bleeds everybody. Oh, or she bleeds nobody. I do wish you guys would score some nice big crits. This attack has bonus crit against Eldritch, right? No, just big bonus damage. For the tides! Okay, that's not so bad. I'd rather him do that than stun somebody, honestly. Oh. Defenders. We may be able to bring her down quickly enough. Oh, the crit.
About to break.
Yeah. Just a dream. Oh, nobody's gonna get a crit, huh? Nobody wants to help a brother out? Save the other dog treat for the shambler. But I want to make sure that this fight ends as quickly as possible. Because I was trying to prevent that from happening. Well, you know what you must do. 10 is not the number. Oh boy, Face B's gonna get a big crit now. This is the time. I sense it. Oh, isn't that sweet? Okay, we won't. We're sorry. This is gonna hurt. Yep, there it is. Knew it. I just knew it. She might actually die. Ugh. Well, no, let's not bleed everybody.
Hideous matriarch.
Okay.
Queen of the aquatic depths.
They sure did.
She has no place in the sane world.
Sadly, no heals from Chatwood. We're actually going to have a really hard time healing her. Because Chatwood is the only one who can do it. I actually should have just moved her to the 3rd rank. She could bandage herself in the 3rd rank. Basically, I've decided, screw it, let's kill this thing. I think that's the A plan. Cannot heal self. Please don't hit her. Okay. Oh, it's gonna hurt. At least he resisted the bleed. Okay. Oh, hey, bloody herb.
This expedition at least promises success.
So you have to eat, like, right now, before I forget. Let's bring this. And then... I guess the emerald's the least valuable thing we have right now. Or, I know that I'm not going to need the key. I don't know that, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to need the key. Let's drop the stack of keys. Okay, hold on a second. Let's think about this for a moment. We're in terrible shape, and there's no battles to catch us back up between here and there. We could go to here. I mean, let's go back. Let's go back. I feel confident heading back in that direction. I don't want to eat any food just yet because hunger events, you know, the game may decide to surprise us with 2 or 3 of them on the way back, and if that happens, then I want to be able to bail. But if I can put 4 food into the occultist and 2 more food into the arbalest. No, I probably shouldn't do this, right? Yeah. Screw the Shambler. I will still go for that other treasure, though. There's like 4 curios with only 1 battle to deal with. I just really want the Ancestors map. I want it so bad, but yeah, we're not in a position to fight here. Not in a position to fight the Shambler, anyway. There is a small chance that we could end up in a position to fight the Shambler. Right? We could get a bunch of healing done. Oh. Somebody has already cleaned the house. That's a little informal. A little surprised by that. Alright, so let's go over here. Pick up a couple of curios. We'll fight some nerd for a couple more curios. I'm going to hold on to the stack of torches on that off chance. Hold on to the stack of singular torch, not torches. Okay, so we got a surprise round. Alright, that's not terrible. Let's stun one of these guys. Try to get a lucky crit to kill the other one. Aw, good damage though. Bad damage. That could have been much better damage. Alright, so we kill these guys. The masthead can de-stress the leper a bit. And then we can get whatever curios in the hallway on the other side of this room and get out of here. Fun. There you go. You need to stop doing stuff. Yeah, I still have my complaints about the speed system. Still annoys me that these two guys who are the same monster, one of them can go first in the round, and the other one can go second to last. It's a little silly. 110 plus 30%, yeah. Come on, bleed. Alright. So, we landed the bleed on the one, and we injured the other one quite badly. Yeah, so no way in hell are we fighting the Shambler. I'm gonna risk it. You interact with this. There we go. I'm gonna risk the one step. Aw. Pretty successful. I'm sad that we couldn't fight the Shambler, but you know, it happens. We managed to get out of there with quite a lot of useful heirlooms. Not enough portraits, though. Hysterical blindness. You guys and your debilitating diseases.
I was lord of this place.
Alright, well, let's get some sicknesses healed.
Made it their domain.
So you cannot have hysterical blindness. That is not okay. Face me. No creeping cough. Bad. Alright, now we still have some stress to deal with from the last mission. I always like to take off people's diseases first, if the disease needs to go. This is at 35. Oh, he can only meditate. Okay, well, whatever. How far off are we on this? Only 2 portraits. That's a shame. We got close. All right. Well, honestly that went pretty well. I wanted it to be something that it wasn't going to be, you know. I don't know what I'm looking at the reds for. We don't actually have enough people to run a red. We have some exciting boss stuff. We could pick up a second focus ring. Not that we particularly need to. This is a pretty good trinket. This might be the way to go. Alright, well, I'm going to call this episode here. We killed a boss. It went well enough. Come back next time. Darkest Dungeon. We're going to go purify some altars. Pick up some more padlocks. Our abomination will not be happy until he's just coated in padlocks. I mean, to be fair, if you get enough of them together, you can kind of weave them together like armor, I suppose. Anyway, we'll see you then.